sure we're good. Yeah, looks like we're good. Alright, good morning everyone. Welcome to ChrisKonkleVlogs, my very first live stream. Today I'm going to be going over building information modeling, better known as BIM technology, and its uses for construction and how it is going to improve our industry. And also I'm going to be getting into market forecasts for from 2018 all the way to its peak in 2022. Okay, so if you guys are wondering why the mic is in the picture, I did that on purpose, okay? So we'll get that right out of the way. So this is my very first live stream. I'm actually live right now on YouTube, which is incredible for me to take this leap finally. It's hard as it is with being as camera shy as I am to do just a vlog, so to be live is definitely interesting. Alright, let's go right into it. I'm going to explain. I have the chat up on the screen. Doubt there'll be anyone really watching right now, so there might not be a lot of action down there, but if you do have any questions, and if you are watching, definitely put your questions in the chat. There is quite a delay, so it might take some time for me to get them, but I will answer your questions. And if you're watching the replay, then make sure you're putting your questions down in the comments, and I will get back to you. I'll answer all your questions. If you have any future video ideas or anything else you'd like me to talk about, also leave that down in the comments, and I will definitely definitely do the best I can to accommodate you. Okay, so anyways, building information modeling is it's not anything new. It's been around for at least a decade now. The first project I ever worked with BIM was a hospital here in Edmonton, Alberta, and it was called the Mazikowski Heart Institute. And what this hospital has what we call interstitial, which is for the mechanical, electrical, and plumbing, like the MEP for the building, into these things called interstitials, right? Because there's so much of it, right? So it actually needs. So, anyways, the building information modeling software predicted all the conflicts in the systems, right? So they could work all the kinks out before actually building the project, right? So it was very interesting, very cool. How seeing that up and running was incredible. Yeah, so it just drew all the electrical and plumbing in the space, and it just highlighted the conflicts in red, and the designers and engineers were able to fix that and before construction, right? So it saves a ton of money, and it improves accuracy and quality, definitely, right? So right here, I have all the links for all the web pages I'll be going over. The links are right below in the description in the order that I'll be going over them. So whether you're watching that live or if you're watching the replay later, just make sure that you can follow along with the web links down below, or just go in after for your own reference. The links will always be there. So this first page here that I found from NBS, this is a good definition of building information modeling, so we'll just go ahead. So BIM, or building information modeling, is a process for creating and managing information on a construction project across the project lifecycle. One of the key outputs of this process is the building information model, the digital description of every aspect of the built asset. So what's different from BIM and like 3D AutoCAD is the amount of information the software processes. So just a normal CAD drawing can render in 3D, but it doesn't have the like everything together, right? So what BIM is, it puts electrical, mechanical, plumbing all together, and along with the actual construction of the building. And it's just way more information. So it's really cool. Let's see here. Creating was also interact with building to optimize their actions, resulting in a greater whole life value for the asset. Very true. It's very, very true. So you guys can read this. The link is the first link right down below. There's a short little video I was going to play. Looks like the lag is catching up, so we can definitely. What's going on here? Am I getting? I hope the desktop audio is working. I don't see it. Let me make sure. No. Oop.
Key differentiator for BIM is not just the 3D geometry, but the structured information that associates to that geometry. So it goes a step beyond. And I think
let me just there. So now that's fixed. I'll definitely edit that out and replay. Let me go back here. Sorry about that, everyone. Okay, so what is BIM? This little video is going to explain what BIM is.
BIM, or Building Information Modeling, as it stands for.
Perfect. There we go.
Is really a lot of different things to a lot of different people. It depends on what you're using it for. But to me, what it really represents.
Oh yeah, there's definitely like zero lag now. I get it.
A combination of processes that are technology enabled, and they are meant to increase understanding of a project. They are meant to help a design and construction team communicate to each other and to their client and the public and anybody else that might be interested in hearing it, what the project is all about. So it's different things to different people, but in a nutshell, it's not a piece of software. It's about a process. It's about a way to do things.
Well,
right.
The building information model is a digital representation of the building, made up of objects that are related, starting with the building itself, then moving down to the spaces that make up the building, then the systems in the spaces, the products that make up the spaces, and then the properties.
So stopping it there just because there's a couple of things I wanted to mention. There's new technology that's just coming out, augmented reality and virtual reality, and I'm going to be doing a video on that coming up, but we're going to be touching on that today. But essentially what that is it can almost it measures like the feng shui almost of the building. It's really interesting. It calculates how the sound and everything like that is going to affect the environment. It's really neat. Okay, here we go. Sorry.
And the relationships between these objects and the constraints.
The key differentiator for BIM is not just the 3D geometry, but the structured information that associates to that geometry. So it goes a step beyond, and I.
What happened here? Oh, something happening here. Something happening here. What's going on? Alright, hold up here. I bet you if like what's going on? Alright, anyways, it's actually working. So something happening with my stream health here. So anyways, you guys get the picture. BIM is BIM is not just a piece of software, it's a system, right? So it brings all of the trades together and makes them work together better. And I found it BIM projects, the ones that you're working on, are always run smoother than non-BIM projects. That's definitely true. There's quite a bit of lag right now. Sorry for that, anybody watching. Let's see if there is anyone watching. I don't think so. Okay. Anyways, excuse me. A BIM is a combination of many things. So information content that defines a product properties such as thermal performance. So that's what more augmented reality gets into, is that sort of thing, light, how everything affects the space, right? It's really it's very interesting. I'll be doing a video on that pretty soon. But yeah, it's really cool. So the future of BIM. So the future of the construction industry is digital. It's very true. And BIM is the future of design and long-term facility management. It is government-led and driven by technology and clear processes. So thinking about that, government, right, as a client can drive sustainability. Okay, so the government is going to be obviously creating policies and making things mandatory for how they do it, right? So this pretty safe market to invest in. It's going to be growing at I think I'll show you that after, but it's going to be growing substantially every year for the next 4 years. So now is a good time to buy some of those. All right, so now that we know what BIM is, I picked this next website to go. This is like the top 10 trends in BIM. This is where it gets a little more interesting. So the 4D, 5D, and 6D BIM. The reason why that is so cool is you're going to be getting like a 3D, like a 360 virtual tour of the actual space, which is really cool, right? The Internet of Things, so cloud-based computing, it's having everything obviously on the cloud. Then the designers and the builders and engineers and everybody can share it easier, and it's accessible from anywhere at any time. Augmented and VR, so that's what I was talking about. VR, like you could see this gentleman here with a VR set. What he could be doing is training through virtual reality, but basically what the virtual VR does is it allows the designers or the construction guys and the owners to actually walk through the building and experience it before it's built, so then they can make any changes that they'd like that way. And the augmented reality, like I was saying before, it measures the feng shui of the building, right? So you get VR to see it, and then you have augmented reality to kind of feel it, right? So that's really neat. Modular construction and prefabrication. So this is my least favorite way of doing it, but modular construction, what it does is that the BIM, it cuts the building into panels. So they build like panels, like pieces of the building in a factory, then ship them to site and connect them there. Simple as that. Prefab, obviously, the build, like the drawings, the digital drawings are getting much better. So you don't have to do all the field measuring like you used to, right? You can prefab a lot of things, especially when your tolerances are tight and you have good manufacturing. So that's the key, right? You need to have good manufacturing for that. So more choices in BIM tools. Definitely, there's a lot more variety out there. It's not just AutoCAD. We'll be going into software here very soon, but there's all kinds of things available now for building information modeling. So mobile cloud applications, that's exactly what it is. You can access everything from the field now on tablets, phones, and laptops. So that's nothing new. But this is cool. I have a video coming up on both of this as well. So 3D laser scans and drones. So the drones, they fly and they scan the site and shoot it. So they can do real-time analysis of the process, right? So it's that I'm sure is using it as it's referencing the actual drawings to what's built, the as-built, and making sure everything's good, right? So it's simple as that. But it's really, really kind of creepy when you think about it, because before you know it, there's going to be drones flying around the site, right? So they're always going to be watching, right? Which is fine, right? Okay, so 3D printing is amazing. They're 3D printing everything. Houses, they're 3D printing walls. Soon, what my prediction is, everything is going to be 3D printed and assembled. So watch for that. It's it's crazy. It's crazy. 3D printing, the changes to the industry starting now, looking forward is going to be incredible. Things are changing very rapidly. Everybody knows there's a decline in workforce for construction, so that we have to come up with technology to fill that gap, right? And 3D printing is going to be the biggest part. It's going to have the biggest impact. In fact, 3D printing is going to absolutely take away the modular and side of things, and it's going to be just all prefab or the problem with the modular is, like I was saying, it's too far away from the actual site, right? Construction sites, they're in one place and everybody has an office in another, and then now you're putting another office in the mix, right? So you're now 3 times away from management, and who's there watching, making sure the general conditions and everything are being met, right? Nobody. So they don't. It's not fair. They're bidding. It's like cheating almost, right? Because they're not bidding the specifications, because they're not following safety. They're not orientating workers. They're not doing daily hazard assessments. They're not even wearing PPE. So I don't understand how they can get away with that. But anyways, number 9, direct product ordering, which is awesome, right? So you have everything into the computer system, all the electrical, mechanical, plumbing, and you have drones flying around now. So think about it, right? So as the building's being built, the computer software can automatically order. It's like the grocery list, right? So think about that, right? The implications of that are huge. The coordination and management there's going to need less management coordination. It's amazing. The time that's going to be saved with BIM is just, it's out of this world. So direct product ordering is huge. Think about it, right? The drones are flying, right? The walls are being 3D printed, and now all the products are coming automatically, right? So where's the worker in that, right? So just think about that. Buildings are going to be building themselves pretty soon. Going green, obviously, right? With BIM, there's less waste, and that's just no brainer. The less waste is green, right? So we're going to go on to the next site. Like I said, the link for this is right below. It's the second link in the list. This page here I picked because it goes through the software, and you see here, look at this little drawing here. So best building design and building information modeling software. So you got AutoCAD, SketchUp, which the next page, a lot of people see market share, right? Think about market share. So everyone has AutoCAD. So the more people that have the same piece of software, the better, right? Because it's integrated. Simple, right? You don't have to explain that one. So SketchUp, Vectorworks, Revit, Architect, MicroStation. Some of these guys I've never even heard of. But look, another AutoCAD, right? AutoCAD and Revit. So you can see Iris VR. So that's obviously, there's going to be more coming out with VR and AR. So it's going to be really cool. But yeah, like I said, the link is right below, so you guys can come here and check it all out. It's actually a really awesome website. So here, like, it has a full overview of BIM and how the software relates to it, and yeah, it's really cool, right? So drafting versus BIM. It's simple, right? You get the 3D model with all the electrical, mechanical, plumbing in it, so you can work out all the bugs ahead of time, right? And it's much better, much easier. Market share and compatibility, I just talked about that. AutoCAD being the largest supplier of BIM software. You probably want to go with the big guy, because then your clients and the owner's clients, the subs, most people will have it, so it'll be integrated, and your workflow process, workflow process will run smooth, right? Budget, yeah, of course, it's very pricey stuff. So design accuracy, so CAD products with highly accurate drafting capabilities can be used to produce construction or production documents. So Yeah, like everything's automatic now. You just plug it in, and you know it's gonna schedule it, it's planning it, it's now ordering the materials, and soon it's gonna be building it too by itself with the 3D printers, right? So employee skill level, yeah, of course, right? So people need to go to school and learn something, right? So hardware, resources, blah, 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 right? So key benefits of building design software. It's all here in the website. You guys can come back and check it out. I'm not going to go over it all, but improved construction document production, business problems solved with BIM software, streamlining design. You know, it's all really coordinating with consultants, building information modeling software for small business, and why use building design and building information modeling software, right? So what is BIM software? So BIM software provides design solutions to help those working in the architecture, engineering, and construction, AEC for short, industries. BIM products include tools and libraries targeted to architectural design and construction, and are becoming a standard in building design CAD software. BIM helps CAD users turn construction drawings and models into digital representations. BIM software packages vary in price, often reflecting the level of functionality provided. Users can often access 2D versions of the products at a reduced cost, whereas users who need 3D functioning often need to pay for more. So, yeah. That's where it gets into the, you know, I think I've seen this stuff in the tens of thousands, so especially with a full package. And look at this, right? So common features, file, it's all here on the website. It's a great website. It's that's why I picked it. The highest rated software, so look at that, right? So SketchUp is the highest rated, Vectorworks, and then CAD. So think about that as well. Even though CAD has the more market share, these other two options are, you know, rated higher. Look, this one here, SketchUp, is an actual 7% higher, which is it was quite a bit. And then the easiest to use, SketchUp again wins, and then CAD. So you guys can definitely go over all that when you come back to the site. This is the market forecast. I picked this page and the next page, which are the same, just for people to think about, and when you're investing, and you know, if you're trying to make that decision to invest that, it's quite a big commitment. It's a lot of money. So I picked these next two sites for you guys who really want to do further research into it. I had right. So the prediction here, I think it's gonna, projected to earn around 11 million by 2022. The that's the compound. All right, that's the compound and CAGR compound annual growth rate will be at 16%. So that's pretty huge. So you guys can imagine how rapidly things are going to be changing from this point forward. This is a milestone in construction. Right now, 2018 is a milestone for construction and BIM, and what the future holds, well, we can predict that it's going to be amazing. So you guys can come back, check this out. Market segmentation, you know, end users, architects, government, and engineers, right? So the government's going to regulate it, you know, not regulate it, but it's going to mandate certain things. So you know that you're going to need some sort of BIM at some point. So this is really cool. So industry news, March 27th, 2018. Recently, a news release which reported that Dubai's RTA, Road and Transport Authority, became the first government body to receive a BSI, British Standards Institute certificate in BIM maintenance. Interesting. That's really cool. Yeah, Dubai is amazing, right? Like the things that they build there, always something interesting going there, right? They're always building something cool. But yeah, anyway, so this, you guys can come back to this page. The link is right there in the description. I picked this other one here. It's the same thing. This one here just talks about augmented reality in this one. This is why I also picked this one. Did I? Oh yeah, and virtual reality. No. So yeah, it's in here somewhere, but like I said, you guys can come back and check this out. And also this one also just talks about how the government is getting involved in making things mandatory. So this is a good article for you guys to read when you're considering building information modeling. I just didn't check out the chat. I didn't think anything came in, so I think I'm pretty good. I think we can definitely wrap this up now. I hope you guys understand what BIM is now and have a better idea. It was fun. I got warmed up a little bit here on this live stream, my very first live stream event on YouTube for ChrisKonkleVlogs. So make sure you guys subscribe, like, and comment down below. Ask me any questions. I'll on the replay, you guys leave the questions down below in the comments, and I'll answer you. All right. So this is Chris. Bye for now, everybody.